Shalom, shalom. I want to say all praises be to Abanawa Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, was a Quanium of Great Millstone, rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren. I came out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and his wicked empire. So this is going to be another installment of flowing in the Rakah Kodash, flowing in the spirit, bringing out a couple of precepts and edifying the hopeful elect. So this is about Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. So that means whatever you do, you know what I mean? Whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever happens to you, so on and so forth, ultimately is the Lord that ordains that. And this goes back to what? The beginning of time. So our path, our trod in this truth is all of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And brothers can testify to that. How you ended up where you at, whether it be the city or the state that you at, how you came across the truth, how you ended up joining the camp, so on and so forth, how you here today, to this day, is really, everybody have a hell of a story, really, man. It's like, damn, it played out that way, it played out this way, yeah. Now, I mean, how comes this didn't happen? Because the Lord didn't want that to happen, because the Lord wanted you here, the Lord wanted you there, so on and so forth. And it's a marvelous thing, the happenings of the Lord. And ultimately we pray and hope that our goings ultimately is of salvation. Because in that same breath we see many men, even many men that we looked up to in this truth, fall by the wayside, turn back into the world, lose patience. That's why the scriptures talk about woe unto him that lose patience. We've seen that time and time again. So we just have to hope and pray that, we counted as one of the elect. You understand? Man's going of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So how can you really understand it, man? Like I said, you look back at the different happenings in your life, even it did today, even things that happened recently, things that happened today, yesterday, a week ago, a month ago. You're like, damn, that was the Lord. Damn, that's why I wasn't able to go there or do this. Well, that's why the Lord had me change my plans. You understand? So on and so forth, because that's the Lord guiding you and protecting you. As we know what the scriptures say, the Lord encampeth around about them that so I can find that precept. 34:7. Psalm chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. This made me think of the brothers in Jamaica, man. See, when them brothers out in Jamaica, it didn't really get a bad hit, man. Where most of the brothers stay at in Jamaica for the hurricane that just passed, they are good for the most part, man. But the parts where the brothers ain't really at, where there ain't really no brothers there, that part got wiped out, man. Basically got a precursor of what the nuclear destruction is gonna look like. You understand? Well, really the nuclear destruction is gonna look worse than that, but you get what I'm saying. But what? The Lord encamped around about them that fear him and delivered them. So the Lord delivered those brothers in Jamaica. And really the Lord delivers brothers, all the brothers day in and day out. Brothers here in America. What is America? The valley of the shadow of death. So trust me, every time you leave your house, man, really and truly just waking up, just walking around, because we eating poison, we breathing poison. You understand? So on and so forth. So really we being delivered all the day long. From the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, going out mingling amongst these people, we being delivered from the palms of death, man. From the hands of death, we being delivered through the grace and mercies of our Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Psalms 34:7, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivered them. Come. So we really delivered all the day long. And that should increase your faith, increase your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Increase your trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because through the faith, we have respect and trust in the Lord. Because we understand, the Lord is all powerful and he requires us to serve him and be pleasing unto him in all things. That's why Joshua says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And serving the Lord is the only thing that that should be your number one priority, serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because we see what not serving the Lord gets you. And we know what's to come. We know the prophecies. We have the insight. As men in the truth, we have the insight of what's to come. We have the insight of the coming destruction. And that's going to be the judgment of who? Those that don't serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of mankind. So our whole purpose, the whole meaning of life is to serve the Lord. How do you serve the Lord? Calling upon his name, Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Keeping his commandments to the best of your ability. Having the faith. And really this is in reference to Israelites, man. Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because it's unto you, the Lord calls, man. It's unto you. The promises were given is unto you, that you are the chosen people. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, whether with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Come. It's like Galatians say, what? You reap what you sow. So if you sow in wickedness, you sow in laziness, you lost patience, guess what? You're going to reap the same. The Lord is going to lose patience with you. The Lord is going to turn his back on the Lord. The Lord is going to turn his back on you. You get the picture? Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I also will reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Come. So you reject the knowledge. You people, Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans, what knowledge you reject? Being an Israelite. You want to be a Rasta. You want to serve white Jesus. You want to be a Muslim. No. You are Israelite, but you reject it. All right, so you no longer join on to the Lord. That's what a priest is, lawyer. The priest, what? They join on to the Lord. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I also will forget thy children. Count the generational curses. So that's why Jake getting jacked up, the children jacked up, the grandchildren jacked up, so on and so forth, because of those generational curses. And really going back to the time of what? Yahweh Shai, the crucifixion, where he said, let his blood be upon us and upon our children. So that's why Jake is in a perpetual lowest state. But that's being even reversed, man. Because what? The remnant, the Lord hasn't forgotten his promises that he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the Lord is what? Bringing back his remnant. Because the Lord has no pleasure in us being Negroes, Trinidadians, so on and so forth. Nah, the Lord has pleasure in us being Israelites from the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Ephraim, so on and so forth. The Lord has pleasure in us calling upon his name, serving him, being in our Israel, being in Jerusalem, being in our different tribal lands. You understand? Having the dominion over the heathen. That's what the Lord has pleasure in, because that's how the Lord set up the thing to be. In the first place, for us to have dominion over the heathen and really rule the heathen and show them how to serve the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's really how things are supposed to be, and that's what's going to happen when the Lord set everything right side up. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I also will reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, saying thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. God. So Jake is all jacked up. But like I said, like the scriptures say, that elect remnant is returning on to the Lord. The elect remnant is turning on to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, and Lord's will, we are those men. We are those men We are those men. Jeremiah 17:4, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Can Jake being stripped of his heritage and identity? I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. America, and even these different North, South, Central America, Caribbean islands. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. Which just mean a very long time. Jake been jacked up. For what, 500 years, Jake been under the thumb of the so-called white man. But guess what? We have a remnant, man. We have a remnant that is going to be saved. Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, had the Most High cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. The Most High, Yahweh, had not cast away his people, which he foreknew. So the Lord has not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Hell no, man. We still here, and the elect remnant is still here. It's just a matter of time. Every day, every year, every week, every month, every day that goes by is one day closer to us being on top, man. 100% righteous. Yahweh Shai ruling. King David. 144,000. You understand? So don't mind the wait, man. Don't mind the wait. Yeah, we in the flesh, so the flesh is weak. But really, you belongs anticipating the return of Yahweh Shai. In a sense, enjoying the wait that, when it finally comes, it's all going to be worth it, man. Because one thing I could say, this kingdom, the return of Yahweh Shai, the anticipation, when it actually happens, is going to be greater than the anticipation thereof, man. Because in this life, you anticipate something. You might anticipate getting a new car, anticipate getting with a chick that you're trying to get with, anticipate getting a new house, whatever. But when you get it, it's like, it's cool. Guess what? With the kingdom, it's going to be like, the anticipation is going to be like, can't even compare to really living it, man. To get in the kingdom. It is going to pale in comparison. You're like, damn, we didn't anticipate this enough. Nearly enough. Close, not even a percent enough. Because that's how great the kingdom is going to be. That's how great it's going to feel to be on top. You understand? So yeah, the wait is worth it, man. And that's all we can do anyways. What you going to do? Go back in the world and be an African American? Be a Christian? Get married? That's what you're going to go back in the world to do? You understand? Come on, man. Hey, so with that, I'm going to say all praises be to Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, was a quanium of great millstone who ruled well. And shalom to the elect.